Good morning, students. My name is Prashansa Nima, Assistant Professor of Modern Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Indore. Today we will discuss about complexometric titrations. So first of all, we will start with small introductions. Here you can see the content list. In content list, we will study introduction, complexometric titration, complex ion, central metal atom, chelate, ligands, types of ligands and their examples. So to study the complexometric titration, first of all you have to understand what is the complex ion, what are the central metal atom, what are the chelates and ligands, and further we will move and then we will see the types of ligands and their examples. So we'll start with small introduction of complexometric titration. In complexometric titration, chelatometry, the metal ions are titrated with a complexing or chelating agents. So first of all, complexometric titrations, as you already in 4 classes or in 11th class, 12th class, you did the titrations, acid-base titration. Generally you already have done the acid-base titrations. So generally we see when we add the indicators, we generally see the colored compounds, colored complex formations comes and we recognize the end point by the color changes of the compound. Okay, so in complexometric titrations, also known as chelatometry. Why it is also known as chelatometry, I will understand this also to you. Okay, so in complexometric titration, the metal ions are titrated with a complexing or chelating agents. The complexing or chelating agents is known as ligands. Ligands are, what are the ligands and what are the metal ions? So metal ions which accept the electron pairs and ligands which donate the pair of electrons. These both are the difference you have to remember. What are the metal ions and what are the ligands? Okay, so in complexometric titration, what is written here? The metal ions are titrated with a complexing or chelating agent. Chelating agents also known as ligands. Ligand, I told you what are the ligands. So ligands are electron pair donor and metal ions are electron pair acceptor. Metal ions such as calcium, magnesium, okay, silver, Ag2+, Ca2+, Mg2+, these all are the metal ions. Complex formation between analyte and titrant. Now what is analyte and what is titrant? So when you titrate any compound or when you titrate any, when you take the sample in conical flask, that is the analyte. You take the analyte or the sample which is also known as metal ions. Here I written the metal ions such as calcium and magnesium. You can also see the sample in which calcium and magnesium, both the metal ions are present. So what is this? This is your analyte. And titrant is what? The burette is filled with any sample, or the burette is filled with the titrant. Okay, so titrant, solution of a known concentration which is added to another solution. Means the solution of known concentration. Concentration we know very well of the titrant which is filled in burette, inside the burette, which we have filled inside the burette, that is titrant. Okay, then which is added to the another solution, means what? In conical flask. You can recall it. Analyte is the solution whose concentration to be determined. Easily understood, titrant and analyte. The analyte which you have taken in the conical flask, and what is titrant? Which you have taken in the burette. Okay, the burette concentration of the solution which is filled in burette you know very well, but the analyte, the solution whose concentration you have to be determined. Then complexometric titration is a form of volumetric titration in which the formation of colored complex is used to indicate the end point of a titration. Here I have written the complexometric titration is a form of volumetric titration. Therefore, it is also known as volumetric titration in which the formation of a colored complex is used to indicate the end point of a titration. Means when the colored complex will be formed, we can indicate the end point of the titration. Means we can recognize the end point of titration by the color change. Okay, by the color change we can easily recognize the end point of the titrations, and therefore we can recognize the separation of metal atoms or the center metal atoms. The complexes are formed by the reaction of metal ion, an acceptor, a central atom or a cation, which with an anion, a neutral molecule ligand, or very rarely a positive ion. Okay, now you see here the complex are formed by the reaction of a metal ion. What are the complex? Here we have studied the complexometric titration, that is also known as chilatometry. Now what is complexometric titration? We already seen. In next slide I will tell you, or I will make you understand in more detailed form. You can easily understand that. So complex, first of all you understand the complex. What are the complex? So simply or in general word you can see that complex are the combination of central metal atom and the ligands. Okay, central metal atoms are the electron pair acceptor and ligands are the electron pair donor. So both the combinations form the complex. Metal atom, the central metal atom and acceptor. Here is written the acceptor. What is central metal atom? So central metal atom can be cation with an anion or a neutral molecule. Now what is anion or what is neutral molecule? So ligand. Ligand can be anion or it can be a neutral molecule. Okay? But the central metal atom is what is cation. So cation, you remember this very well, like complex are formed or complex are the combination of central metal atom and the ligands. Ligands are the electron pair donor and the central metal atom are the electron pair acceptor. Okay, we move into the next slide. Here the principal complexometric titrations are particularly useful for the determination of a mixture of different metal ions in solution. So why we use the complexometric titration, or what are the uses of complexometric titrations? Generally, why we do the complexometric titrations? The complexometric titrations are particularly useful for the determination of a mixture of different metal ions in a solution. Different metal ions, I show you here in before slides. Here I have shown you the Ca2+, Mg2+, Ag2+, Cu2+, copper, okay, silver, calcium, magnesium, aluminium. These all are the metal ions. So we use the complexometric titration useful for the determination of a mixture of different metal ions. These different metal ions, the mixtures, when they form the mixture in sample, we generally use the complexometric titration for the determination of mixture of different metal ions or for the separation of different metal ions. An indicator capable of producing a distinct color change is usually used to detect the end point of the titration. In complexometric titration, as I told you, when we do the titrations or acid-base titration, when you do the phenolphthalein is a main indicator and also the methyl orange is an indicator you generally use. Okay, means in acidic medium, what indicators changes color? What are the colors? So it gives the colorless compound in acidic medium. What indicator? So indicator gives colorless compound in acidic medium but colored compound in alkaline medium. This also you already learned in previous classes, but this is the main point, or this is the difference. You have to remember the main difference between the alkaline medium and acidic medium. So which color is formed generally? Means when we add the phenolphthalein or we generally titrate it against the alkaline medium, it will turns into pink color, right? Methyl orange is orange color. So indicator capable of producing a distinct color change is usually used to detect the end point of a titrations. Here we take the example of Erythrome black tea or Solochrome black tea. Erythrome black tea or also known as, we can say, the Solochrome black tea also. Here now the flow chart I have made for you. In flow chart you can easily understand. Here I have taken the calcium Ca2+, Mg2+. These are the samples we generally took in what? Conical flask. Okay. When we add the Erythrome black tea indicator into the sample, the wine red color will be formed. Okay, wine red color will be formed. What I have taken first, the calcium and magnesium, both are the metal ions. Okay, both are the metal ions I have taken as a sample in conical flask, and then I have added the Erichrome black tea as an indicator into the sample. The wine red color will form. When wine red color will form, and then I will titrate it. I will titrate it with complexing agent, that is EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate. EDTA is what? Ethylene diamine tetraacetate. EDTA is a chelate. Now what are the chelates? So we will study in next slide. Generally now you remember the EDTA. What is EDTA? The EDTA is a ligand or titrant, or we can say the complexing agent. Okay, so when the sample and indicator both, we will titrate it with the EDTA as a titrant. It will form, or it will make the complex. Complex formation will take place, which is also known as chelate. Okay, why it is also known as a chelate? Because EDTA is a ligand which have two or more ligands or two or more donor atom in EDTA. When what are the ligands? The one donor atom is present. Generally we say ligands are in which ligands are the atoms in which the one donor atom is present or two donor atom is present. But if more than two donor atoms is present in compound, we generally call it chelate. Okay, the chelate is the most stable form, because most stable form of the complex. Chelates are what? Chelates are the most stable form of the complex, because it has one to more or more than one donor atoms are present in chelates. Okay, the complex is formed with the EDTA because calcium magnesium sample will combine with EBT, Erichrome black tea, and now when complex formation will take place, then sample will combine with EDTA. Here we took the EDTA titrant. So sample will now in product formation, sample will combine with titrant or with EDTA plus EBT will separate out. That is Erichrome black tea. Indicator will separate out. That is blue color. But here sample plus EDTA will form the colorless compound. Now colorless and blue, what will form? The blue color, obviously. So colorless and blue color will form the blue color compound or blue color complex. Okay, now you can easily understood by this flow chart. This is the main complexometric titration. The main flow chart of the complexometric titrations means the samples, the indicator, and what are the complexing agents we have taken here. Now the complex, how the complex will be formed here, EDTA, and how the EBT will separate out and colored complex will be formed. Okay. Now in next slide, we see the complexometry is the type of volumetric analysis involving the formation of complexes which are slightly ionized in solution, like weak electrolyte and sparingly soluble salt. So here complexometry, as I have told you in previous slides, is the type of volumetric analysis involving the formation of complexes, जो complex का formation involve करती है. Okay, which are slightly ionized in solution. Ionized in solution, I told you how the ionized in solution, because central metal ion atom is cation and ligands may be anion or neutral molecules. So both will combine to form the complex and then complexometric titrations, as we have studied in previous slides, or I have told you in previous slide. Complex is formed by the reaction of metal ion Mn plus with either an anion or neutral molecules. Here are some examples. You can see the cupric ammonium ion and cobaltame ion. Cupric ammonium ion, here the amine which you seeing in the NH3. NH3 is the amine. Okay, and Cu is what? Copper central metal atom. Cu is central metal atom. NH3 is what? Neutral. That is amine, and which is ligand. So ligand what? Ligand donate the electron pair, and copper is the central metal atom which accept the electron pair. Okay, so these are the some example. Here I have written the silver cyanide, also diamine silver also is the example. Okay, neutral molecule example, diamine silver, because amine is what? Amine is neutral atom. A neutral molecule it is, which combined with the Ag, which is a central metal atom, and will form a complex. Or a complex, what is complex? The colored compounds. So the metal ion is known as central metal atom. General revision we can see here. The anion or neutral molecule is known as ligand. Metal ion is known as central metal atom. I have already told you. The anion or neutral molecule is known as ligand, and metal which make the weak complex generally titrate in alkaline medium. So here the 2 points are very necessary to remember. What are these are highlighted points. Okay, so metal which make weak complex generally titrate in alkaline medium. Okay, the metals or metals, what are the metals? Cu2 plus, Ag2 plus, Mg2 plus, Ag2 plus, okay, Al3 plus, these all are the metals, and when it will combine with the ligand and will make the complex, but weak complex, generally when it will make the weak complex, we titrate it in alkaline medium. Metal which makes stable complex, we titrate in एसिडिक मीडियम. स्टेबल कॉम्प्लेक्स, अगर मेटल कॉम्प्लेक्स मेटल और लिगेंड कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाते हैं स्टेबल, ओके, तो हम उसे एसिडिक मीडियम में टाइट्रेट करेंगे. एंड अगर वो बनाएंगे कॉम्प्लेक्स, वीक कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म करेंगे कोई भी मेटल एटम लिगेंड के साथ, तो हम उसे अल्कलाइन मीडियम में टाइट्रेट करेंगे. ओके, नाउ यू कैन सी हियर द M plus L. M is what? Metal atom, and L is ligand. Ml will form Ag plus metal 2Cl minus. Okay, then it will form or it will make the complex AgCN whole twice. Cu2 plus 4Cn minus, it will make the complex. Cu is the metal, central metal atom, and Cn is the ligand. Okay, Cn is the ligand, that is cyanide, 4-cyanocuprous. Okay, so these are the some examples of complex formation. Now the central metal atom act as a Lewis acid because these are the electron acceptor, or the metal atom which accept the electron generally known as Lewis acid. Okay, so generally known as Lewis acid because they accept the electron pair. Okay, so electron acceptors, what are the electron acceptors? The central metal atom is the electron acceptor, and ligand act as a Lewis base because these are the electron donor group. Ligands are what? These are the electron donate. ये electron को donate करते हैं, means these are the Lewis bases, and जो electron को accept करते हैं वो होते हैं Lewis acid. Okay. Coordinate bond, dative bond, the bond formed between central metal atom, ion, acceptor, and the ligand is a donor. So between the central metal atom and ligand, bond is formed. Okay, that bond which is formed between the central metal atom and ligand, that bond is known as coordinate bond or the dative bond. The bond formed between central metal atom, ion, acceptor, and the ligand donor. Okay, these are the small introduction of, okay, I am saying the small introduction of complexometric titration. Now we will move and study more in detailed form, like types of ligand, unidentate ligand, bidentate ligand, polydentate ligand. What are the examples of unidentate ligand, bidentate ligand, polydentate ligand? All we will study in our next lecture. Okay, these are the small introduction to complex ion. What are the chelates? What are the ligands? What are the central metal atom? How the complex will form? What are the complexometric titration, and why we use the complexometric titrations? These all the topics I have covered, or this with small introduction I have covered in this small lecture. Okay, so dative bond. You see here dative bond. We can look the dative bond also in short form. So dative bond is similar to covalent bond formed of two electrons, but in dative bond the electron pair are donated from one atom to another. You can see in this compound CuNH3 whole twice. Okay, in this Cu is what? Cu is, I have told you, Cu is what? Central metal atom, and NH4NH3 group is attached with Cu. Cu is what? Central metal atom, or NH3 is what? Ligand. So ligand are attached or combined with the Cu atom with dative bond, or the bond is the coordinate bond, because the arrow is facing towards the copper atom. Why? Because NH3 is what? Electron donating. Okay, NH3 is what? Ligands are what? Ligands are electron donor group. तो ये इलेक्ट्रॉन को डोनेट कर रहे हैं कॉपर को, सेंट्रल मेटल एटम को, दैट्स वाई इनका जो एरो का जो फेस है वो कॉपर की तरफ है. ओके, यू कैन इजीली सी हियर. So the atom gives electron pair is known as donor, while the atom accept the electron pair is known as acceptor. The bond is represented by an arrow from donor to acceptor. Here written very clearly, the bond is represented by an arrow from donor to acceptor. Okay, you can easily see here. Now this is the coordination number, the number of coordinate bonds formed to a metal ion by its ligand. I already told you number of coordinate bonds. Number of coordinate bonds means what? Here, what are the numbers of coordinate bonds? 4. 4 numbers of coordinate bonds we can see here. Okay, so coordination number is what? The number of coordinate bonds formed to a metal ion by its ligand. Characters of coordination number: 1, it is even number. 2, example, okay, it is usually double the charge of the metal. You have to remember the coordination number of any metal atom is the double the charge of the metal. Means here Ag plus means the coordination number is 2. Na2 plus is a nickel, Cu2 plus is a copper. So 2 plus is a charge. Okay, both have 2 plus charge or 2 positive charge. We can see the 2 positive charge here, but the coordination number of both the positive charges will be 4. Okay, Fe3 plus, Cr3 plus. Fe3 plus is a ferric. Okay, Cr3 plus is a chromium. Both have the 3 plus charge, but here the coordination number is what? Just the double the charge of the metal. Means what? 6. 6 coordination number of ferric ion and chromium ion, also 6 coordination number, means what? The double the charge of the metal. So the charge of a complex is the algebraic sum of the charges of the central ion and the ligand. Charge of the complex. Here you can see the complex formation. Complex formation Ag, Cn whole twice. Ag plus 2 and 2 Cn minus. Means here we are seeing the charges of complex. How the complex और कॉम्प्लेक्स के ऊपर चार्जेस का फॉर्मेशन कैसे होता है. इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज कैसे चार्जेस आते हैं कॉम्प्लेक्स के ऊपर. ठीक है, द चार्ज ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स इज द एल्जेब्रिक सम ऑफ द चार्जेस ऑफ द सेंट्रल आयन एंड लिगेंड. हियर द सेंट्रल मेटल एटम इज व्हाट? Ag plus, which have the positive charge plus 2 negative charge of what? Cyanide ion. So 1 plus and 2 minus means what? 1 negative. 2 minus 1. Okay, or minus 2 plus 1 is equal to minus 1. Negative charge. So here you can see the in complex और complex के ऊपर negative charges. Negative charge लगा हुआ है, आप देख सकते हैं. Then FeCN whole 6 3 minus. ये 3 माइनस जो कॉम्प्लेक्स के ऊपर चार्ज आपको दिख रहा है वो 3 माइनस चार्ज, हाउ इट फॉर्म द 3 माइनस चार्ज ऑन द कॉम्प्लेक्स. तो आप यहां देख सकते हैं Fe3 प्लस प्लस 6 Cn माइनस. ओके, 6 Cn माइनस मीन्स व्हाट? 6 Cn साइनाइड. नंबर ऑफ साइनाइड आयन इज 6 which is attached to, which is combined with the central metal atom, that is Fe3 plus. ओके, तो 3 पॉजिटिव बिकॉज Fe के ऊपर 3 प्लस चार्ज होता है, फेरिक के ऊपर 3 प्लस चार्ज होता है, एंड 6 Cn माइनस, क्योंकि 6 नंबर है साइनाइड के जो मेटल एटम्स के साथ कंबाइन है विद कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड और विद डेटिव बॉन्ड. तो 3 पॉजिटिव प्लस 6 नेगेटिव इज इक्वल टू 3 नेगेटिव चार्ज, एंड यू कैन सी हियर कॉम्प्लेक्स के ऊपर 3 नेगेटिव चार्ज है. तो इस तरह से चार्जेस ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म होते हैं, तो चार्जेस ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स जो आपको दिख रहे हैं इज द एल्जेब्रिक सम of the central metal ion and the ligand. The higher the valency of metal ion, the more stable the complex. जितनी ज्यादा वैलेंसी होगी मेटल आयन की, उतना ही ज्यादा स्टेबल हमारा कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म होगा. एग्जाम्पल फेरिसाइनाइड इज मोर स्टेबल देन द फेरोसाइनाइड, क्योंकि फेरी के ऊपर क्या है 3+ चार्ज है और फेरो के ऊपर 2+ चार्ज है. ओके तो वैलेंसी जितनी ज्यादा सेंट्रल मेटल एटम की ज्यादा होगी उतना ही ज्यादा वो स्टेबल होगा. एग्जांपल हमने बता ही दिया कि फेरिसाइनाइड इज मोर स्टेबल देन द फेरोसाइनाइड. Okay, now the chelations and the classification of complexometric titration we will study in our next lecture. You can recall it and revise this. The terms, okay, terms are the most important. The terms you can understand or you can recall the terms. Then we will move and we will study next topics. Okay, thank you students. Thank you so much.